Hello, I'm Randy Landry, and I want to talk to you about some pedals that we offer, how they're set up on this board, and their different uses. We also want to show you all our microphones. Jason Ritchie signature microphone, very popular product for us, and we have them in some really beautiful colors. The first thing you see on our board here is this little pedal here. It's only an A/B switch. And we actually built it just for spa. It's not a product we offer. We can switch between an MP3 or a microphone going through our pedals. Okay. First pedal we have in our chain is the Harp Shield. Harp Shield is a gate. It'll mute the microphone when you stop playing, and when you start playing again, the gate opens and you start playing. Okay. We have it first. The next pedal in our line is the Harp Tone Plus. This is where I would place any kind of tone equalizer pedal that you may have. The Harp Tone Plus is really beneficial in that the bass is designed for harmonica, because the bass boost includes the lower mid-range, which is really where our bass frequencies are. It really works much better than any other tone controls or on your amplifiers or anything like that. Okay, the next section we get into is what I call the body section. These pedals add body to the tone. It adds frequencies to the tone. The first one we have here is the low high. The low high is a really awesome pedal. It will give you a low high octave. You can fade out the dry or either the high or the low. It's very nice organ sound. It also will do a low and a low octave, and which is twice low, and you can fade out the bottom octave if you want, fade out the dry, but it's really cool effect and can have some eerie sounds to it. Next we have the chorus. The chorus, especially working in conjunction with the low high, gives you a really good organ sound. The chorus pedal is exactly what it says. It sounds like 2 or 3 harmonicas playing at the same time. Next we have the harp octave. The harp octave is really a different beast than the low high. It doesn't produce octaves in the way that you hear, like tongue blocking octaves. What it produces is octaves of all the overtones and the notes and everything in the harmonica. And what it ends up doing is really filling out the mid-range with a really cool raspy tone. Sounds like a little single ended amp, and it cuts through a mix very well. Okay, after we get out of our body section, we go to a clean boost pedal. Here we have the Clean Cat. The Clean Cat not only boosts signal, but it also adds a little sparkle to the tone, which really cuts through a mix well. It's really noticeable when you engage it. Sounds really nice. It is placed before our overdrive pedals, so that when we activate it, we not only will be a little boost for like a solo, it'll also enhance the overdrive of your overdrive pedals, giving them a little more overdrive, a little more grit, and again, great for solos. It's a great pedal. Alright, then we get into our overdrive section. For our overdrive pedals, we offer the Harp Break and the Harp Attack. The Harp Break produces a crunchy tone, and very tube-like crunchy. It's a little more aggressive than the Harp Attack, and it has a bass boost. That, like this bass boost, it includes the lower mid-range. We get into our Harp Attack. The Harp Attack is the only 18-volt pedal that we have on this board. It does require 18 to operate because it actually has a vacuum tube inside of it. So you get a smoother overdrive. It's a realistic tube overdrive. You get all the harmonica sounds. It's a very bassman-like sound. Next we get into our room effects, delays and reverb. We offer 2 delays. The first one we have here, the V2 delay. It has an echo that's true in tone to the dry signal, the note you played. There's no filtering at all. Very good. I recommend it for jazz. It's also good for rock, good for country. Then we have our original delay, the harp delay. The echo on the harp delay is slightly filtered on highs to give you a little bit of a darker echo, great for blues and good for rock. Okay. Next we come into the reverb. The reverb is the truest sound you can get to a real tube-driven tank reverb. Our reverb is unique in the fact that it has a tone adjustment that's on the spring. You can get a tinny spring just like a real spring, or you can make it a bassy spring. Very unique sound and very, very good pedal. Delay and the reverb work great together. It's not a case of which one should I get. You can get both. With the delay set to thicken the tone and then the reverb to provide the reverberation, it's really a big sound. From there, we go into what I would call studio effects. The flat cat is an optical compressor. It doesn't produce any distortion at all. It improves articulation and it balances out the tones across your harmonica. It is actually can be placed in several places. It can be here, last, or it can even be first. From there, we get into our output section, which is these two pedals and this one. The Terminator is a buffer. It was originally designed this to be a high impedance buffer for crystal mics and for vintage CM elements, and it really makes a world of difference with a crystal mic. It's really good, but you would have to have it first in chain even before the harp shield, and you would have to have your microphone plugged into it first. Okay, here we have it. We're using at the end, and we're using the two outputs on it. We're using it as a splitter. Okay, one output goes to the Mojo pad, which goes to our amplifier. The Mojo pad is switchable between 10 and 20 dB. It works awesome with any guitar amplifier. Does a world of difference in helping with feedback. It has a normal and a dark switch on it. The reason you have that is because through a resistive pad you lose more high frequencies than lows. So if you don't want to lose the highs in proportionally to the lows, you want to keep them proportional, you can use the switch here in a normal mode, and it'll do that. The other output of the Terminator goes to our little red. Our little red is a DI box. It does not require any power. Like the Mojo pad, it doesn't require any power either. The little red takes your signal and converts it to low impedance XLR mic cable to go straight into a PA. With this setup, you can go to both an amplifier and a PA, or an amplifier alone or a PA alone. You're ready to do anything. You just set your board down, and however you want to, or whatever type of amplification you want to use, you're ready for it. Don't have to change anything on the board. That about sums it up. There's more, I have more videos that'll explain each pedal. I'm adding to it on a regular basis. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, randy@lonewolfblues.com. Thank you.